I was smiling a little while earlier. If you can remind me during the course of the discourse, I shall tell you why I smiled. It is thinking about Krishna and what he told Uddhava. It is in connection with what we are discussing here. So if some of you can one of you can remind me, it will be good. Shuddho buddho vimuktaha. Shuddho. This sloka is about Krishna himself. Shuddho buddho. How to control it now? Shuddho buddho vimuktaha Shruti shikara giram mukhyatat paryabhumi Yasmad jadam samastam jagadidam amrtat vyapya sarvam sthidoya Yasyam sham shabataraihi suranaravanajairyakshidam sarvametad Tam bhumanam mukundam hridigatam amalam Krishnameva prabhadye Tam bhumanam mukundam hridigatam amalam Krishnameva prabhadye Madhya hridaya kashe sadanandamayo guru Udetu satatam samyak swatmananda prabodhakaha. Harihi, 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 Harihi. We shall have the 3 times Omkara joined recitation and be ready for it. Interlock your fingers and put them on your lap. Sit comfortably erect without unduly straining yourselves. Close your eyes, open the mouth and heart and join me. This recitation, Omkara, should spread on the whole of the earth, and it should shower its benedictions on all the living creatures. Harihi, Harihi, Harihi Om. Sloka from the 2nd chapter where Arjuna surrenders himself before Krishna and seeks full instruction. Karpanya dosho bhata svabhavaha
Karpanya dosho bhata svabhavaha
Prichhami tvam Dharma sammudha chetaha
Dharma sammudha chetaha
Yachreyasyaad
Yachreyasyaad
Nishchitam bruhi tanme
Nishchitam bruhi tanme
Shishyasteham
शिष्यस्तेऽहं
Shadhimam
शाधिमां
Tvam Prapannam
त्वां प्रपन्नं
Shishyasteham
शिष्यस्तेऽहं
Shadhimam
शाधिमां
Tvam Prapannam
त्वां प्रपन्नं.
Now I shall recite quarter by quarter. Follow me. Chadurvarnyam maya srishtam
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं
gunakarma vibhagasaha
गुणकर्म विभागशः
tasya kartaramabhimam
तस्य कर्तारमपि मां
vidhyakartaramavyayam
विद्यकर्तारमव्ययम्.
Chadurvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagasaha. Our nature is noted for its infinitely various nature. It is varietal. Any aspect of nature is full of variety. In this variety, do we have anything like commonness, classes, classifications, groups, etc.? See, humanity is in the way of man and woman, male and female. There are some trees and plants which are also either male or female. Nutmeg tree. Both trees are alike, the male and the female. The female will have a number of fruits. Males will not have, or very few. So I have a method of identifying the male and female. I can tell you which is the male tree and which is the female tree. Like that, a number of classifications are there. So far as we humans are concerned, for our purpose, in order to strive and pursue our goals well and realize them, do we have anything like a classification, and can it be known, discussed, so that we can be guided in our efforts? I told you already that there must be people with militant tendencies. Then only we can have military recruitment. In the male and female, in the families, very often it happens that there are families where girls will be more born, boys will be very few, or for generations none. Conversely, there are families, lineages in which male birth is more, or exclusively male, or more, and female less. And they refer to some kind of a chromosome which brings this about. So that is also a classification. Similarly, you will find various classifications are there. But what is that classification which will help us to understand the complexity in human life, humanity, and then harness it properly and live comfortably? The purpose of scriptures is to help mankind, help humanity, by enlightening them, exposing them to what is the truth and what is the way of handling the facts, unnegatable facts of life. So this Chadurvarnya is one kind of a fourfold classification. Instead of 4, it can be many. You can have a 6-fold classification, or maybe a 10-fold or a 12-fold. There is no objection at all. It's all a question of, are you able to explain it properly, and the listener or reader will find it comfortable and he will feel enlightened, as a result of which he can steer his life better. Just like Bhagavad Gita, which was given, it was a sporadic dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, Arjuna and Krishna. Similarly, when Krishna had completed his mission upon the world and he was about to depart, he also thought of returning back, finishing his life. At that time, Brahma came to him in Dwaraka, and along with his retinue, he submitted a memorandum. O Lord, you have completed the whole mission for which you took birth according to Brahma's request. Now the time has come for you to go back, come back to us. The seat which you vacated in order to come to the earth is still vacant. Nobody else will be able to sit on it. Please come back. Krishna said, yes, I also think so. I have fulfilled the mission for which I was born. But there is one more achievement that I have to make. It is destroying my own Vrishni clan, because they have become very proud, self-conceited because of my birth, its exploits and excellences. Nobody will be able to face them. As long as I am there, they will have to heed me, and they will. The moment I go, they will become uncontrollable. Nobody will be able to challenge them and arrest them. So the best way will be to destroy them by creating a conflict in themselves. Bamboo clusters in the forest, quite a number of clusters will be there. In wind, long bamboos bend. They are quite long, several feet, and they can bend and swing quite well. So one bamboo will rub against the other, and fire will be produced, and the whole cluster will be destroyed. In the same manner, I will bring about destruction in the family by virtue of their own internal conflict. And that is what he did. Uddhava, having heard what Brahma spoke, because he had the proximity with Krishna, he got very much upset and went to his Lord and said, I am not able to keep away from your lotus feet even for half a second. So my dear Lord, you take me along with you. How can that be done? Nobody knows where he is going. Are we going? Is death something because the soul abandons the body and goes elsewhere? What is this mandate? Birth is a biological event, and death also is a biological event. If the soul is there, different from the body, why should it affect it? It is different from the body. So what happens to the body will not, according to reason, apply to it, affect it. So Krishna smiled and said, Uddhava, what is your problem? You will not be able to live without me. Okay, you go while I am living. On the seventh day you will find the entire Dwaraka will sink, and this place will not be suitable for you to live at all. So the best course will be, the better course and the best course will be, you leave now itself. Then it becomes my problem. Uddhava will simply do whatever Krishna asks him to. In this case, Uddhava had to leave Krishna and go. That leaving Krishna was not possible. So he opened his heart and told Krishna, my dear Lord, you are asking me to leave you and go to Badrinath. Instantly I must follow it, but I am not able to. I am not able to. The question is the same. Arjuna told Krishna, what? Krishna, you say I should fight. I should fight whom? Commander-in-chief is standing right in my front saying that unless you hit me, you will not be able to penetrate inside. So I have to fight him. And who is he? Not my enemy, nor am I his enemy. I have extreme respect for him. He has extreme fondness for me. This being the case, can there be a fight? Is not fight between two enemies? Or between two whom the other respects? And the other, the elderly person, loves heartily. Can a fight or battling ever be between two such people? So I am not able to, he said. Then he said, enable me to fight. At present my mind does not agree, my intelligence does not approve. So I have two conflicts in my mind, inside, mental as well as intellectual. Now, that is what he says, karpanya dosho bahada svabhava prachyami tvam dharma sammudha cheda yasrayesya nishidam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. So he is confessing his conflict, inability, and asking Krishna to redress it. The other conversation was to empower, enable Uddhava to leave Krishna as Krishna himself suggested and straight away walk to Badrikashrama. And Krishna, Uddhava said, there is nobody who will be able to instruct me. I am suffering from delusion, delusional clinging to this body, relatives, friends, etc. Now you have to remove all of these and make me free so that I shall go. Whatever you say I want to instantly do here, I am unable to. I am not able to find an instructor suitable for the purpose other than you. Even Brahma and the others are outward going. Nobody goes inside to find out what is contained within the body, called the mind, the intelligence, the ego, the various emotions, memory, knowledge, reason, rationality. All these are. Nobody knows about it. So you alone will be able to advise me, listening to whose instruction I shall be able to get into my own heart and mind and redress all the defects I am suffering from. Now I am telling you why I smile. You know, our Hinduism is wonderful. Most of you do not know that it is so. Most of you. Hinduism, everything is rational, logical, scientific. Observation and inference are the two canons for objective science as well as the subjective science. We don't have to go for a laboratory. Our body itself is the laboratory. Intelligence itself is the microscope, telescope. Mind is our table. Everything is within our body. We don't seek any external help at all to do introspection and inquiry and pursue it tenaciously. So Arjuna was asking him, people speak about so many principles. Some people say there is only one. Altogether, Vastu is only one. Some people say 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is it so? What is the actual truth? How many principles or ingredients are there in the whole creation? Krishna smilingly started explaining and he said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything was explained. And in conclusion he said, Iti nana prasankhyanam tattvanam rishivikritam sarvam nyayam yuktimatvad vidusham kim ashobhanam. My dear hearers, are you hearing me? This is India. This is our culture. This is our philosophy. This is our thought process. We are afraid of nothing. We are not attracted by the heaven, nor repelled by the hell. For us, heaven is what we produce here, and the hell also is our creation. Other than what we experience in our human life upon the earth, there is neither heaven nor hell. Even the world is what we experience. We experience. The world comes next. We stand first. All the experiences, reactions, responses, impacts, etc., the world provides, they come and go. Agama bhayinaha. They rise, emerge and subside in our own mind. The one factor that does not disappear in the process is our own inside, inner presence. Call it the mind, call it the intelligence, call it the ego. Nothing else. So he says, in this way, so many tattvas, principles are presented, evolved by the rishis and presented. Sarvam nyayam. All the principles appear to be quite cogent, consistent, reasonable and rational. Yuktimatvad. Because of the rationality, yukti, logic, that is associated with it. Anybody is free to say, it is 4, as Krishna puts it here, or 6, as another may put it, or call it 12. But what are the 12? You must be able to explain consistently. And the 12 must resolve the problem and fulfill your goal. Then you are right. So he says, Sarvam Nyayam Yuktimatvad Vidusham. This is why I laughed. Vidusham Kim Ashobhanam. For enlightened people, what is inauspicious? You know, we are a people who began in a very humble way, worshipping God, pleasing Him, praying before Him, etc., etc. And we started growing. There was more and more depth every time, more and more imagination, more and more understanding, more and more reason, logic. Ultimately, we come to the conclusion that there is nothing but God. God alone is. He is no more an object of search. He is a truth of finding. You must find the truth, recognize it, and be attuned to it. There is no distance to God. There is no effort to realize Him. All these are till you know the truth. So, Vidusham kim ashobhanam. For enlightened people or scholars, what is there disharmonious or inauspicious? That is why in this great country, a number of beliefs are there, a number of ideologies are there. In the temple we worship, some people slaughter. People who are devoted to God, how can they slaughter? I don't understand. We try to give and help a living being, not destroy. At the same time, in the humankind, military is an organization, part of the administrative setup. And in the military, people are recruited, paid and trained only to fight and kill or get killed in the process. That is also there. Taking all these complex factors into account, Krishna says, Chadurvarnyam maya srishtam. The Creator has instituted a fourfold division. He calls it Chadurvarnya. I wanted to explain it very properly for you. The word varna means color. Varnya means any kind of a philosophy or a dissertation based on varna. Varnya. Chadurvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. The word varna is very significant. It says color. We have so many human beings. How do we distinguish them? By seeing them. By seeing them. Eyes can see only colors, and from colors it derives the shapes. Every human being has got his own complexion, and he has got his own size and features. All are identified only by colors. Look in the herbal kingdom. By seeing the color of the skin, the color and shape of the leaf, we are able to identify it. This is jack, this is mango, this is nutmeg, this is tamarind. Everything is identified from the color, particularly of leaves, sometimes of roots also. So, depending upon the color, here what is the color? Guna karma vibhagashaha. The word guna means quality. Karma and guna. Karma means the activities and that one is given to. In the same family I have found 2 or 3 brothers. One brother is very gentle, very kind. The other is not at all gentle. For him to kill an insect, to catch hold of a rat and drown it in water, no problem at all. I have seen him kill several rats a day by catching them in the cage. But the other brother can never go near it. But born of the same parents, bred by them. So one is the tendency which is inside, another is karma which is visible activity. So depending upon the type of activity that one does and the tendency he fosters which is dominant in him, they can be classified into 4. And what are the 4? He explains. He explains it later. But it is a 4-fold classification. How many trees and plants with different properties are there? Can you imagine? Charaka Maharshi, who has authored Charaka Samhita, he says, every plant upon the earth is a medicine. The various items of grains and other things, cereals, etc., which we eat, which constitute our food, understand they are also medicine. Medicine for what? To treat hunger. So the karma and the traits, looking into them, you can classify these people. The Brahma Swabhavi, people with Brahmic nature, will be given to education, contemplation, purity, discipline, truthfulness, etc. The purpose of their life is to get educated. In the olden times, Vedas and Shastras were the subject of education. 4 Vedas and 6 Shastras. So they were given to. Hereditarily, they will have an impetus, a fascination, an insistence to learn. And they preserve the Vedas and the Vedic culture also. Now the Kshatriya group is quite militant. They have great strength in their body, flexibility in their body, and they like to develop it also. Then use it for society's welfare. What does it mean? If there are antisocial or unsocial elements, they have no difficulty at all in going and encountering them and destroying them if necessary. The Vaishya people, Vaishya Swabhava, it is noted for farming as well as trade. These are 2 important items of occupation without which humanity cannot survive. We must have food. And all our food comes from farming. Farming. Now, to do farming means to be constantly on the earth, sometimes be covered by the powder, dust, sometimes be immersed in the slush, because you come to cultivate. Cultivation can be in not. There are lands where 3 crops can be raised. Always there will be water in the paddy field. So 3 crops they will raise. Otherwise 2, at least 1. All these requires very, very serious and complex operations. How can I call them dirty? It is not dirty. But when they walk in the paddy field, following bullocks, you will find that the whole dress is immersed in slush. They will walk in water and slush. So their body also, dress also, everything. Not all are fit for it, but those people who are used to it, they take to it in a very pleasant manner, no difficulty at all. After that, they will wash themselves very well and come have their food. Do you think the intellectual people can take to it? They cannot. Similarly, trade. It is a very risky adventure. Huge losses can be incurred. Huge profits also can be made. You have to travel in the sea, in the air. In olden times it was prone to a number of accidents, loss of life even. Finally you have the Shudra category, where they don't go in for much of education, this, that and all. They will eat well, keep the body will be very hefty. Whoever wants my service, physical service, I will render for a compensation or a remuneration. Now these are the two categories. What about the male and female division? That is also maintained by nature. There are communities where females are more and males are less. They are not able to get one boy for one girl like that. So sometimes they will have to go out and get hold of boys who are ready to marry their girls. Similarly, boys will go from their state and go outside to get girls because they are not able to get from their community. All these are possible. So, Chadurvarnyam maya srishtam gunagarbha vibhagashaha. But though all these are produced, caused by me, by God, tasya kartaram abhimam vidya kartaram abhyam. You can say, I am the source of everything. That does not mean I am involved in this. There is a deliberateness, there is a wish, there is a will, and I implement it like implementing any other formula or principle in the society, systems and procedures. No. Then namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spriha iti mam yobhijanati karmabhir nasabedhyade. Though the fourfold division is there, in all aspects of nature, in all aspects of creation, understand that I am not involved in them. Generally we are involved. In a family, a boy gets married. The wife and the boy start living together. Gradually they have 2 or 3 or 4 children. So he who was a little boy, now he is a family man, head of a family with 4 or 5 members. He will have a lot of ego and possessiveness about the family. My wife, my children, I am responsible. I should teach them well. They should grow in life. They should get employment, earn. Everyone must have a house. See, so many... God is not like that. Though He is the source and seemingly the cause of everything, He is not affected by anything. He remains like the sky. You know, all the 4 elements, namely earth, water, air, as well as fire, all of them are born from the space. But space does not have any kind of a ownership about it. Similarly, God is an He is infinitely present, everywhere present. Everything that survives is after Him. But He is not involved in anything. Tasya kartaram abhimam vidya kartaram abhyam. Though I am seemingly the source and cause of everything, I am really a non-doer. And my nature is inexhaustible. By the whole creation having emerged from me, sourced from me, don't think whatever happens to the creation, I am proportionately affected by it. Certainly not. So you cannot compare me with the material world, material resources. I am totally different. I am a spiritual presence. The spiritual presence is unlike any material presences and factors. Whoever knows me, that God, seemingly though the source of everything, is not affected by anything, that knowledge will make him also equally unaffected. When you know God, that knowing means realizing Him, and realizing Him as present everywhere, equally present in oneself, and knowing further that what I refer to repeatedly or indicate by the term I is this great inner omnipresence. That knowledge will make you behave like God, remain like God, unaffected by everything. Not that you will stop your work, activity and pursuits. In place of 1 or 2, you may be able to do a dozen or score. Because the mind has expanded. You have got greater depth, greater loftiness, greater flexibility, and infinitely greater assimilation, power of assimilation. So your performance will be many times, manifold it can become. That is how the sannyasins are far better than householders. In their household, like a bulb holder, they can hold on only to the family members. They will never think of one extra life. Everything is for my children, my children, my children. Not even my brother's child I will think of while writing a will. These householders are very good. At the same time, they are like stones, stony hearts. As I and my family are, so is the family of my brother, so is the family of my neighbor, so is the family of all people in the state, in the nation and in the globe. Actually, household life is very good for bringing about such progressive expansion, but it seldom takes place. All the householders are focused. They may have crores of wealth. They will inherit it to the single child of theirs. Not set apart a portion for the sake of the society. A few days back, somebody told me, Swamiji, I have only one son. I and my wife, we are quite all right. Our needs are not much, quite all right. I am going to sell my traditional house. I have got another one. And after selling, the whole proceeds I am thinking of dividing into 3. One is for my son, another is for ourselves, myself and my wife. The third is meant for the society. I want to use it for helping the society. Second time. Another man who came from Singapore to Malaysia, he also told me, Swamiji, I left my job. I was being paid in millions of Malaysian ringgits. So I have enough money. I have 2 sons, they are well off. They don't need any support from me. I have read all the Vedantic books. I understand the subject, but I don't have any abidance there. To abide, I understand one should become a sannyasi. That is why I have come to you. I asked, are you going to take up sannyasa alone? What about your wife? Swamiji, I cannot say anything about it. It is 50-50. He left his job because he felt it was not necessary and read the whole of Vedanta, reading books, understood the subject. Now he says to abide in Vedantic realization, it requires a different type of life. Now these are the possibilities and potentials I am lighting up before you. But generally the householders are household. I think it is like a bulb holder. They cannot lose their and expand. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spruha idimam yobhijanadi karmabhir nasabedhyade. In order to remain unaffected by karmas, Krishna says, if people start thinking about me more and more, trying to understand how I had my birth, right soon after my birth, I told my parents, my dear father, you wanted me to be born to you as a child. You never said, I want to have the joy of rearing him. So you will not be able to rear me. I want you to take me right now from here. Go to Vrindavan, drop me there and bring back a girl born there. Every protection will be given to you by nature. Go. at midnight. Just see. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spriha. Idimam yobhijanadi karma pirna sabedhyade. So I did not have any attachment to my parents. Then when I went to Vrindavan, there also all people were immensely fond of me. But when Akrura came with the message from my uncle, who was my enemy number one, who has been at the back of all the efforts made to kill me, when that uncle sent an invitation through Akrura, without asking anybody, I and my brother started for Mathura. Where do you find me attached to anything? Where do you find any activity of my binding me? I have no desire. I have no involvement. I am like space in my inside. I can undertake anything. Nothing will affect me. I am unaffected. When you know in this manner, automatically the knower also will be like me. To know God is to become God. To know Krishna is to be Krishna. I have always been a Krishna monger. Very fortunately, I started knowing more and more about him, and I have been speaking about Krishna and his words for 70 years now. Krishna himself has not done it. When I started speaking on Gita, I have never read any commentary or learned it from anybody. Maximum, I would like to know the meanings of some words, which I don't know. Nothing else. My intention right from the beginning has been, I should speak what Krishna would himself like to explain. I will not like to distort any expression at all. As I always say, suppose Krishna himself comes and tells me, Swamiji, you are doing this exposition very well, I like it. But in my own exposition, I want to make 1 or 2 corrections. I will say, Krishna, too late, please go back. After so many years, you feel like correcting what you have said? I have got so tuned to your statements and I find it perfectly in order. What is the proof? What is the guarantee that you will not come again after some time to bring another correction? So please take it from me, my dear Krishna. Your text and dialogue are absolutely all right. They are sufficient enough to give whatever the human mind and intelligence call for, need. They are sufficient to give the ecstasy of freedom, the ecstasy of liberation, the ecstasy of knowledge, the ecstasy of stability, poise, harmony, the ecstasy of invincibility. Your dialogue is called Bhagavad Gita. What is Bhagavad Gita? A Gita, a song rendered by a Bhagavan, and a Gita which will make the reader and the thinker a Bhagavan. You know, Bhagavan is our word, like all the words from our alphabet. Every word is articulated by the human. We only deal with our articulations. Just like we say dog, we also say God. If dog indicates a particular animal, God indicates something absolutely indescribable. We have to explain. So the word Bhagavan is derived in this manner. Aishwaryasya samagrasya dharmasya yasasashriyah jnana vairagyayoschaiva shannam bhagaidirana. A set of 6 qualities make bhaga, and whoever has this bhaga, meaning 6 qualities, he is a Bhagavan. So if Krishna was given the name Bhagavan, It is because he had these qualities. What are they? Aishwaryasya samagrasya, full-fold prosperity. Dharmasya, righteousness. Yashasaha, fame. Shriya, that felicitous feeling of felicity. Shriman, Srimati we say. It is not material. It is actually a kind of an inward fortune and fullness. Aishwaryasya samagrasya dharmasya yashasa shriya jnana vairagyayoshaiva. Then spiritual wisdom and dispassion. These qualities if you have, you are called a Bhagavan. So this Krishna was a Bhagavan. He delivered it, therefore it is Bhagavad Gita. Whoever reads it, hears it, understands it, reflects upon it, pursues the message and realizes it, he will also become a Bhagavan. Coming from a Bhagavan and going to make others Bhagavan, it is called Bhagavad Gita. So to know Krishna is to become Krishna, nothing short of it. If you start listening to his words, reflecting upon them, realizing them, their message, their worth, their applicability, their relationship, you will find that you are like Krishna. And Krishna himself speaks about it in several places. Many people have become like me, become like me, become like me. Namam karmani limpandi name karma phale spruha idimam yobhijanadi karma virna sabadhyade. No activity binds a man. No pursuit stifles him. What stifles him is not activity, but what? The desire that he has, the greed and possessiveness that the mind fosters. You always say, many things belong to me. I am asking you, stop counting your belongings. Think, to whom do I belong? Parents will say, this is my child. Bhoomananda Swami will say, not right, my child. In what way do you have ownership over him? The child is standing on the earth, governed by the gravity of the earth. If we are sitting on our seats, it is because of the gravity of the earth. Is it because father and mother, what do they have to do anything about gravity? Then if we are living because we are breathing, and what do we breathe is oxygen from the air. Who provides the air? Is it provided by your father and mother, grandparents or anybody, government? Can you imagine? Without air and oxygen, we cannot live even for 1 minute. So who sustains our life? Nature sustains our life. Air sustains our life. Water sustains our life. Earth sustains our life. Fire and heat sustain our life. So are things belonging to you, or you yourself belong to these? Correct your thinking, my dear souls. You have the brain, the intelligence to know. Where do you have to know? Go to know this? So foster no desire. When the mind is free of desire, you will find you get everything that you want. Things which you do not want will go away from you, making you harmonious, sweet, amiable, friendly, ready to adjust with anybody and anything to any extent. Ayatam apekshaniyam, gatam sarvam upekshaniyam. Whatever comes, receive, welcome, be in harmony with. Whatever goes, let it go and be harmonious with its absence. This is the only formula to live. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spriha. I have no desire for the result of any action. Because all the results are together putting us to two responses, sukha and dukkha. These sukha and dukkha are mutual. When dukkha is absent, sukha arises. When sukha is absent, dukkha arises. Without dukkha, sukha cannot be, and without sukha, dukkha cannot be. So both of them are mutual and complementary. So I welcome both, I assimilate both, I am in harmony with both. When such an attitude is there, where is the question of looking for any karma phala in addition? All phalas of all karmas together can produce only sukha dukkhas. And sukha dukkhas will be there even without these. When senses and objects contact, automatically sukha dukkhas result. So are they resulting from various objective results of actions? Certainly not. Not. Whoever understands me in this manner, karma bhir nasabedhyade. He will not be bound by, adversely hit by, afflicted by, tormented by, tossed by any kind of a karma or the so-called objective results it brings. On knowing Krishna to be like this, automatically that knowledge works in you. You become tuned to it. The mind drops all desires, the intelligence loses all its delusions, it becomes clear-seeing, knowledgeable, vibrant, wholesome. When did Krishna speak about him in Bhagavad Gita? I think he spoke about himself for the first time. His advice started with the verse Ashocyan anvashojastvam prajna vadamscha bhashase gadasu nagatasumscha nanushochandi panditaha. He used the word pandita. Pandita means the enlightened person. That enlightened person will not, Arjuna, grieve over either the dead or the living. How many people have died in this world? 10,000 crores. And how many are living? 700 crores. All the people who lived here, tell me what did they do ultimately? All those who lived died. So there is nobody who has lived who has not died. In fact, every day we are approaching death, we are nearing death. We will celebrate the birthday. Will the birthday repeat? No. What is every birthday? Birth distancing day and death approaching day. Still we call it birthday. See the delusion of man? Can there be a worse delusion? Up to 21 years our body grows. At 21 the growth stops. Then from the next moment onwards it declines. So if 21 years we have grown, for another 70 years we are declining. What is this? So is it growth more or decline more? Why don't you understand these facts? Be enriched, be enlightened, be elevated. Drop all the constrictions of your mind. Develop expansion. Embrace the whole universe. Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. The entire earth is my family. As an individual, you constitute your family along with other individuals. The family constitutes the societal segment. They themselves constitute the nation. And nations together constitute the globe. But everything is from the individual. So at once, at the same time, you are a member of your family and you are a member of the nation and the world. Say this, my dear souls. What for is your intelligence and brain? To live like an animal, finding delight in eating, sleeping and mating? What are you trying to say? We live for about 70, more than 70 years. In all the 70 years, maybe 25 years you get education. Another 25 or 30 years you are a professional. What about the rest of the life? Why don't you think about it? Knowledge is the greatest stimulation for man, persuasion for man, correction for man, and fulfilling element for man. Knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Arjuna was dumbfounded. He was under a severe consternation, conflict, discomfiture, which made him throw away his bow and arrow. That Arjuna was admonished and enlightened by Krishna, taking about 2 hours. All the 4 million warriors stood there, amazed, because of the position Arjuna held. Everybody respected. He is having a dialogue with Krishna. The horses are not moving. Let us wait, however much it is difficult. All of them kept quiet. See the discipline of the warriors. We fought a number of wars. Our kingdoms had internecine quarrels, and a lot of fighting went on for years and years and years. But the fight was restricted to fighters. The fight never involved civilians. And what are we doing by our bombing? Tell me. What freedom do we have to take the life of another? Let it be man or beast. So the enlightened people will not grieve either over the dead or over the living. Suppose we grieve over the dead, what does it mean? Oh, you are gone. What about the others? You are to go. So if you grow over the gone, the others are standing in you to go. So you must grieve over them also. Don't have partiality. Elevate your vision. Have a sense of fullness and comprehensiveness. Arjuna was aghast. What is my friend Krishna saying? Looking at the living and the dead alike? First time I am hearing. Don't speak like a scholar and behave like an idiot. Arjuna felt amazed. He was wondering, what is that insight or perception, evaluation, judgment, by virtue of which the dead and the living both become alike? There seems to be an altogether different line of thinking. What is that? He wondered. Then Krishna said, you should relate it properly. Natvevaham jadunasam natvam neme janadhipaha nachaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamatah param. Arjuna, listen to me. Natvevaham jadunasam natvam neme janadhipaha. There was no time when I was not, you were not, Bhishma, Drona and the other senior people were not. What? Mind you, this is what echoed in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where 4.5 million warriors had assembled. All of them minus 10 fell dead by the arrows of the enemies. And there, Krishna thunders the truth of every living human. Death does not hit the I in you. Death is only a bodily phenomenon, a bodily development outcome. You think that I was born of Devaki or Yashoda. My body was born. I was not born. My body alone has birth. The one that is present in the body, it was never born. The body grows, the body declines, the body gets disease, and the body dies. Never say the I dies or will die. There was no time when we were not, and we already are, and there is not going to be a time when we shall not be. Existence is existence. It never becomes non-existence. To exist means to exist forever, otherwise not to exist at all. Are you not existing now? Yes. Then you were existing earlier. You will naturally exist later also. Never speak about non-existence at all. This is what every one of us is, he said. This is how he began. Natvevaham jadunasam natvam neme janadhipaha nachaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamatah param. Take away from your mind, Arjuna, the thought of dying. Take your mind away from the body, human, etc. Think about existence. If something is existing, it was existing earlier, that is why it exists now. If it was and it is, then it will also be. Where is the break? This is a line of thinking which the intelligence alone can take up, pursue, and feel contented and fulfilled with. Know it well. You may not have thought about it earlier. It is not late. Think now. Now. Grasp it. It is the same Krishna who now says, whoever knows me will become like me. Vidaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashrita bhagavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavamagata. Idimam yobhijanadi karmabhirna sabadhyade is the referral point for me. Whoever knows me in this manner, in which manner? Namam karmani limpandi name karma phale spriha. No action that I do, ever binds me. I killed my uncle. He invited me for a dhanuryaga he was performing. With a lot of dearness, my nephews should come to Mathura, not in Vrindavan. That is not the right place. So I am inviting them to see a dhanuryaga, special yaga he was performing. This is the invitation he sent through Akrura. The moment the invitation was given, Krishna instantly started with Balarama, without asking anybody, without seeking any permission, nothing. Let us simply go. And they went. And whatever obstructions, traps, everything he faced, everything was undone, including the huge elephant called Kuvalaya Pida, a tusker. He was given liquor. The Mehaut was ready to charge the elephant. Go and charge Krishna, he said. And Krishna started playing. You know, the elephants are very huge. Krishna was a boy. So he started running in between the legs, tail, etc. Elephant cannot do anything. It cannot reach its back. You know, when the elephant comes to attack, what the Mehauts do? They start rolling on the ground. Even if they are going to put their horns, by the time they sit, bend and come, he will roll off. Then the elephant will have to get up. Again, how many times he will do it? So Krishna played with the elephant teased him, and ultimately fell. He fell. He pulled the two horns, tusks, and put it on his elbow and started walking towards the wrestling platform. Just see, I did it, killing my own uncle at such a young age. In all that I have done, I have had never any desire as a motivation. And whatever results or outcome came, I was not bound by it also. Only because my mind was free of desire, free of delusion. Vitaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashritaha bhagavo jnana tapasa puta madbhava magataha. I am quoting a few verses from Bhagavad Gita, all of which say that many people have become like me. Have become. When Krishna was living, he is saying, they have become like me. They come to me. He uses the present tense. What does it mean? Krishna has a knowledge which he is revealing to Arjuna, and through Arjuna to all concerned for all time to come. That knowledge is liberating, it is freeing, it is fulfilling, it is delighting, it is ecstatic, it is like super splendor, splendorous, scintillating. When he speaks words of wisdom and the hearer grasps them well, what happens? The whole inner personality is transformed. The impure mind becomes pure, the deluded intelligence becomes clear and clear seeing. The ego gets sublimated and it becomes enriched and elevated. It is knowledge that brings about all these changes. So many people worshipping me, by virtue of the jnana tapas, the austerity of knowledge, they become pure and they transcend attraction, repulsion and fear, the three mental forces and urges everybody suffers from. Puta madbhavamagataha. Madbhavamagataha. They have attained to my nature. Don't think that Krishna was alone. Anybody could become like Krishna. It's a question of wanting and trying for it. Absorbing and assimilating the knowledge he has given, knowing him for what he was knowing him for his enlightenment, not looking at the body and trying to find out who gave birth to the body, etc. But listen to him, speak to him, make him speak. Iti kshetram tatha jnanam jneyam choktam samasataha madbhakta edad vijnaya madbhavayopapadyate. This is from the 13th chapter. What does it say? What does it say? Iti kshetram tatha jnanam jneyam choktam samasataha. Briefly I have told you, Arjuna, what is kshetra, the field. Similarly, jnana, knowledge, and what is jnaya, the thing to be known, the knowable. Madbhakta, my devotee, etadi vijnaya, gaining a proper knowledge of all this, madbhavaya upapadyate. He reaches a state akin to what I am in. Just see. Idam jnanamupashritya mama sadharmyamagataha sarge vinobajayante pralayena vyathandicha. My dear souls, why am I talking in this manner? Because I want to bring a revolution in you. Revolution. Krishna, draw a picture, make an idol, put dozens of garlands on it. Give a place in your house. Will you be liberated? Will your mind be better? To some extent, I don't want to deny it totally. But what you need is an understanding of what he says. When you understand him and put the understanding into practice, he says, idam jnanam upashritya, the knowledge I convey, after assimilating it and totally putting your dependence on it, mama sadharmyamagataha. People have attained to my nature. They have become similar, like me. Sarge vinobhajayante prayena vyathanticha. Even at the time of creation of the universe and its dissolution, nothing happens to them. They become unshakable, unassailable. They become splendorous. Even time, space, nothing can act on them. Shubha shubha phalairevam mokshase karma bandhanaihi sannyasa yoga yukta atma vimukto mam upaishyasi. The one I recited is from the 14th chapter, 2nd verse. This is 9th chapter, 28th verse. Shubha shubha phalairevam mokshase karma bandhanaihi. The bondage that our activities cause in the way as shubha and ashubha phala. An outcome which is acceptable and dear, auspicious, and the opposite, inauspicious. Both of them they leave, they don't hurt them. Sannyasa yoga yukta atma vimukto mam upaishyasi. They take to the spirit and purpose of sannyasa and they become liberated and they reach me, join me. What more do you want? I can cull out a few more verses, but it is not necessary. My point of emphasis is this: to know Krishna, to listen to what he says, understand the message, is to become like Krishna. You can put a terminal, you become Krishna. Suppose your name is Banerjee, you say Banerjee Krishna. You become like me. So where from we started? We started from the 14th verse. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spriha iti mam yobhijanati karma bhirna sabedhyade. So in order to get freedom from karma bandhana, you must have some knowledge. And this knowledge is best demonstrated by, embodied by, contained by, displayed by Krishna himself. He speaks himself to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, arresting all the movements of the soldiers. Just before the commencement of the discharge of arrows, at the nick of time this message was delivered. And because of the relevance, powerfulness, majesty, the mystic force and splendor it had, the entire battlefield was silent for about 2 or 2.5 hours. Let me stop. See, I am explaining these verses in a very thorough manner. As I told you earlier, this kind of a discussion I have not made in the past 70 years of my life, where I have been speaking on Bhagavad Gita. There is no hurry I envisage. I don't know how long I shall be able to speak and how much I shall cover from the text. That apart, I want the lectures which are given, the talks I give, are themselves full and complete. So next talk, I will bring various elements from the different parts of Gita, different chapters, and link all of them to what Krishna says now. Whoever knows me becomes like me. Whoever knows me becomes enlightened, liberated, ecstasy filled. This is what Krishna is. Many people are fascinated by his life, but they don't come to this level of perception, this level of identification. Everybody goes into that religious fervor, that devotional fervor. Krishna had a body, a mind, intelligence and ego. Did he have anything more? Do you not, every one of you, have the same things? In the body there was no change at all. It grew up to 21 years. Thereafter it started declining. He is speaking now. Is it the body that speaks? The muscles that speak? The part of the body is used for speaking. But whatever words came, they came from inside. They came from his enlightenment, from his experience, from his insight, from the ecstasy he had felt. Krishna speaking about himself, speaking about the truth. So it's a very great episode. That Kurukshetra dialogue is a great episode. It was not a Kurukshetra dialogue. It was an eternal dialogue of our nation, our culture, our country, our thought processes, our philosophy, our ideology, our way of life. Every bit of this Bhagavad Gita is applicable to our life, expressible in it, attainable by everyone, and displayable to all. Think about it in this manner. Okay. Samvedya varjidamanuttamameghamadyam samvidpadam vigalanam kalayan mahatman hridyeva tishtha kalanarahita kriyam tu kurvan agartrapadamedya samodita shri kurvan agartrapadamedya samodita shri. I have recited this verse several times at the end of the discourse. Nobody has asked me till now, Swamiji, what is this verse? What is its meaning? Why are you reciting it? I sometimes wonder, what is my audience? You know, this is said by sage Vasishtha, the master knower, to the 16-year-old Sri Rama. Here Krishna speaks, the middle-aged Krishna speaks to the middle-aged Arjuna. This is from Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana. He says, Hridyeva tishtha. Where from will you hear this word? Hridyeva tishtha. You put your body on the chair. You put your body on the bed. But where is your inner seat? Where are you laying your mind, your intelligence, your ego? Hridyeva tishtha kalanarahida. Have no wrong imaginations at all. Kriyam tu kurvan. Do every bit of activity that you are supposed to do. Kurvan akartrapadamedya. While doing so, your seat should be akartrapada. My body alone is active. My eyes are seeing. If I have no eyes, or my eyes are put out, I will not see. Ears are hearing. The eye within does not. Kurvan akartrapadamedya samodita shri. There is a splendor, a grace, a kind of glory and crowning that will emerge when you reach a state of agartrapada. I don't do anything. Everything is done by the senses, by the mind, by the intelligence and the ego. I transcend all these. Samodita Shri. All desires flee or drop. And there is a splendor, an inner grace that starts crowning you, a glorious crown. Be adorned by that and sit on the throne and rule the kingdom, he says. Can you imagine? What a wonderful state. I hope So many times I have recited, so you must be able to know it. For this inner crowning and glory, don't you think all are equally fit? Equally fit? Which university do you have to go to learn it? Anybody who speaks about it, he has been speaking freely. Suppose it is to be charged, I think none will have the required value to give. Samvedya varjidamanuttamameghamadyam samvitpadam vigalanam kalayan mahatman. Always reflect upon this inner, superlative, magnificent, imperishable plane. Think of it. Samvitpadam vigalanam kalayan mahatman hridyeva tishtha kalanarahita kriyam tu kurvan agartrapadamethya samodita shri. My dear souls, this can be communicated only by words. We have no other medium before us. We shall have the conclusional Omkara recitation. Take your mudra for it. Okay, Harihi Om Tas. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru.